Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome to this video. I've been getting some requests to do an aim guide, or I guess a aim tips and tricks type video. So this is what this is gonna be. So before we get right into the video, I just want to make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, share with your friends, and let's just have a good time. Make sure you guys follow me on twitch.tv/Miehki as well, and follow all my socials in the description below. So everyone's really gonna have their own opinion and tips on what makes a good aimer, whether you're a pro player, a competitive player, streamer, whatever it is. Everyone's gonna have their own kind of ideas, and there's no right or wrong way to go about things. So some of the things that I believe matters when it comes to competing and just gaming in general, especially in a first-person shooter, is you're gonna want to make sure you have a top-tier mouse and a top-tier mouse pad, and something that just works for you, something that you feel like you perform with, you're comfortable with, and just clicks with you. So I definitely recommend doing some research on what mouse and mouse pad to be getting. Don't just copy what a pro player does, even if you really like them, but you want to find something that works for you. The shape of your mouse, really important. The sensor, technology behind it, all of that is gonna matter no matter how nerdy you might think it is. I always recommend doing it. Same with the mouse pad. All mouse pads are going to have different surfaces, different speeds. Some are going to be control oriented, some are going to be hybrid, some are going to be just going over to that speed side. And it all just depends on what works with you and what type of games you're playing. One thing that's going to matter a lot is what type of grip style you're going to be using when you're holding your mouse. So you can either be doing a palm grip, a fingertip grip, or a claw grip, or some sort of hybrid where you combine two of the different grips. So me personally, I prefer to use a claw grip just because I get the benefits that you would get during fingertip grip while getting the added stability that comes for a palm grip. But there is no right or wrong way to hold your mouse, as much as I might shill claw gripping. But anything that works for you is what matters. Each grip style is going to offer its own benefits, so it really just comes down to what's comfortable for you and what you feel like you perform the best with. So now that we got the grips out of the way, we have to decide what mouse shape you're going to want to use for your grip style. So you could be using something flat like a Final Mouse Starlight 12 small, for example, or you can use something with a higher hump like an Endgame Gear XM1, a Vaxi NP01S, or even a G-Wolves Hot ES, for example. Although it can be pricey, it's really good to experiment with different types of mice and just see which one works for you, what fits into your hand, what do you aim the best with, what gives you the most aim potential. And once you figure out what type of mouse you're going to use, you have to figure out what mouse pad you're going to use in combination with it. So do you want a control pad, do you want a hybrid, or do you want a speed? And of course, your type of game might influence your decision. So if you're playing tactical shooters like Valorant or Counter-Strike, a lot of people, especially pro players, tend to lean towards the control side when it comes to mouse pads. Or even some people like using hybrid pads. And you can use a speed pad if you really want to, but it all comes down to what's comfortable for you. If you're playing something track heavy like Apex Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, then you might like a hybrid pad, you might like a speed pad, but even if you like a control pad for those types of games, you can make it work. So make sure you guys do your proper research, make sure you're getting a high quality mouse pad, and some might be on the pricey side, but at the end of the day, you're paying for performance, you're paying for your aim. Aim trainers are one way that are going to be able to help you really get in tune with your aim. So you can either use something like Kovacs, something like AimLab, doesn't matter. Choose whichever one and stick with it. There are going to be so many different scenarios that you're going to be able to play when you're in aim trainers, but you have to make sure that you are doing the right ones that are going to benefit your aim the most. One of the scenarios that I recommend doing a lot, especially if you play Valorant and Counter-Strike, is something called RA 6-shot on AimLab. Now this is something that's going to help you a lot when it comes down to crosshair placement, flicking, all of that good stuff that you're going to be having to face in tactical shooters. And while doing this, it's really going to help you get in tune with your aim, figure out what's working for you, make sure you have a loose grip and that you're able to comfortably move your arm around or your wrist around, depending whether you're an arm or a wrist player, and just figure things out. Things aren't going to come right away to you. They're going to take time, and you're going to have to work really hard to really get down your aim. Aim is really important in first-person shooters, so it's really important that you put a lot of time into really getting your aim down, just because it is something that matters so much. Another scenario that I recommend heavily doing is called RA Strafe Track, and this is something that's going to really benefit you when it comes to track heavy games like Overwatch, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Fortnite even, and it can still help you when it comes to tactical shooters. This is something that can help you with the dexterity of moving your mouse and just building up that speed that it takes to be able to flick or do smooth tracking, all those types of things. I encourage you guys to really experiment with all the different tasks and scenarios that you can find on AimLab and just see which ones really benefit you at the end of the day. So I just wanted to kind of explain what helps me when it comes to aiming in Valorant specifically. And hopefully some of these tips and tricks can help you guys and gives you some insight on how to really fine-tune your aim, improve, and get to where you want to be. And what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa, just because everyone's different. If you guys want more content similar to this, make sure you guys leave a comment and let me know. And I'm sorry that it might have been so awkward. I'm not used to making these type of videos anymore, just because it's been so long. But it was nice to just sit down with you guys and try to help you guys figure some things out. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on stream.